So before I jump to the tarot and oracle card reading for the 12 signs of the Zodiac, I did want to touch on these energies and all of these energy activations that we've all recently received, right? Starting with the 12th of December. So coming closer to the winter solstice happening on Saturday, the 21st, there's also a beautiful divine portal and activation that is happening, an influx of energy we're all receiving. So this solar eclipse was very special because it has shaken things up and brought to the surface a lot of the weight, the dead weight, perhaps, that we have been carrying, or has brought to light a lot of the areas of our life that need attention and nurturement, right? So it's like bringing those shadows to the light so we can see them, become aware of them, and begin to nurture and heal them. So pay attention to what's recently shaken within your life, especially over the weekend, more specifically, right? Leading up to the day, December 14th. And the reason why this is coming up is so that way you can release all of that, right? That way we have this beautiful soil that we can cultivate as we are planting these new seeds, which would be our intentions for the 2021. So this is our final new moon that just passed. And I hope that you've had the opportunity to create some lovely intentions for yourself. It's an excellent time to do a vision board for 2021. If you haven't already, you still have time to do it. We're just getting into the crescent phase of the moon. And within the crescent phase, it's a time where you go for your intentions. So it's not too late to still plant those intentions, especially for 2021. We're really provided the opportunity to prepare ourselves and really set those intentions and all we intend to invite and what we wish to do for the new year. What are we building? What are you creating on, right? And also at the same time, slow down. What is the solar eclipse energies? What have they been trying to reveal to you? And what can you do? And what do you have in your power to heal that as well, right? So pay attention. A lot of dream work, a lot of shadow work, a lot of inner child work is coming up for a lot of us right now. So pay attention. I invite you to pay attention to that more specifically. If you have any questions, of course, you can drop into my DMs and let me know. If not, I am always open to booking a reading. However, I am booking into January right now. I would still love for you to reach out to me, and we'll see what I can do. Libra, my lucky Libras, you are next. You received the Page of Wands. So whenever we see a page pop up in tarot, this is usually talking about learning in some way. It's almost like you're in this notion of being a student. And I'm really hearing that what you are learning is more so learning a thing or two about your own power and ambition, more specifically. Your courage to lead and show up as a leader. I'm hearing that you've been really wanting to show up as a leader in whatever it is whatever your community, whatever your niche is. There's this urgence to show up and take up space in some way is what I'm hearing. And this Page of Wands is coming to you, Libra, because it's saying that you do have what it takes. You do have what it takes to appear in the limelight and express your natural leadership ability more specifically. You're totally enthusiastic. Your energy is contagious. You have this awesome personality and outgoingness to you. And you even have a tad of competitiveness within you, which is really important, right? When we hone into the energy of Wands people, Wands is the element of fire, right? So it's that notion of go-getter, like ambitious, like self-starting, self-ambitious. Leadership, like courageous, like looking your fears in its face and laughing at them, basically. So this is you right now, Libra. This is this new energy that you're stepping into. This is how 2021 is saying it's time for you to step up and put everything you've learned in the past 2020, the past year, into action now, stepping into 2021. And I'm also hearing that even though you feel this notion of stepping into action, there's some of you Libras who don't know exactly where to go or where to start. There's still this notion of confusion. And I want to remind you that when we are sensing confusion and we're confused about which way to go or what step to take, or do we go up, do we go down, sideways, left, right, back and forth, I want you to understand that that is your higher self communicating to you in some way. Your higher self is saying, hey, confusion always leads the way, and it's usually your higher self presenting you an opportunity to do some more internal prodding and to go into the direction of that confusion. And there, your higher self will be able to guide you better on what you're supposed to do with that confusion, okay? But no, if you are confused, it means you are learning something. Your higher self is wanting you to learn something. So go into the direction of that confusion and know you have everything that you need within you. You have attained all of these different skills in the last year and abilities to be able to show up in the way that your higher self is urging you to show up more specifically, right? I'm also hearing a very encouraging message that you have what it takes. People see you. You might not necessarily see you just yet, Libra, but people see you. They have been recognizing you, especially this last year. They've been seeing all the work that you've been doing, and you've been raising a lot of divine curiosity. So good for you for that. And I know you haven't seen just yet what you're going to do with it, and that's okay because it's coming for you. The message that you receive from your oracle card is the answers you need are coming. Excuse me. So, whatever is happening right now currently, it's important that you stay calm, most importantly. Because this fire energy wants you to move. Like, it wants you to move like now, right? But again, this confusion is causing you to not know in the direction of where you should exactly go. So it's important that you get calm and start pull out those mindfulness practices that you've been cultivating all year, more specifically. And I want you to stick with them, okay? Now, we're not doing this to be superficial whatsoever. However, it's important that you do this because it's going to allow you the time that you need right now in order for things to just play itself out, okay? And if you need to laugh, I'm hearing it's important to laugh. It's important to bring humor into your situation in one way or another, right? And just do your best to move forward, right? Don't just talk your talk, like walk your talk, okay? And that's what also this Page of Wands is really talking about as well, right? Embody what it is that you're wanting to. Know that as you're stepping into 2021, you do have everything that you need. So make sure that you are walking your talk more specifically. And I'm also hearing that there is a lot of good opportunities coming for you in 2021. You have set yourself up, especially in the last couple months, that there's a lot of really pristine opportunities being presented to you for 2021. So don't take anything just yet, but know whatever prospects, you have some good prospects coming for you for 2021 is actually what I'm hearing. Just tuning into you a little bit better here, Libra. Libra, you have just done so much work, and I do feel that it's important that you take a moment to reflect and see how far you've come. And let the emotions come. Celebrate yourself however you need to celebrate. And this celebration, again, doesn't need to be big. It's more intimate. It's more for yourself. Okay, so do something nice and beautiful for yourself more specifically. You're amazing at doing that self-care, so get into that self-care for yourself. it's important. Like, take care of you like the queen or king that you are, more specifically, because Libra, you are. Your answers are coming. Don't worry. You got this. The universe is sending you love notes, right, with every experience. So tune into those love notes and be great, and they'll send you even more. Sorry, not just be great, be grateful, okay? Because that gratitude is going to allow you to receive even more, okay? You have a lot coming for you for 2021. You've been doing really good, Libra. So keep that up. Scorpio, you are next, Scorpio. So Scorpio, you received the Major Arcana number 6, which is known as the Lover's card. In my tarot deck, this is called the Lady and the Lord. And when we see Major Arcana pop up in a reading, again, it's usually signifying something in your external world has created some kind of internal prodding, right? And this internal prodding has then created an internal shift for yourself, which now is going to ripple out into your external world. So great job, Scorpio. So you received this wonderful Lover's card, and it's showing that there is some sort of decision that's being offered to you, Scorpio. And when you receive the Lover's upright, it's also showing that you are going to make the correct selection. If you have not already made a selection to this decision, just know that the selection that you've decided to take is the correct one. So to really ensure that you have taken the correct selection, it's important that you really understand who you are, Scorpio. And not just who you are, but what is truly needed and desired for your personal fulfillment. This is showing that you have attained this notion of a very honest, balanced connection, either within yourself or because it's the Lover's card, could very well be talking about a partnership, right? So there's this notion of, you've recognized the roles that you need to play and the roles that your significant other plays in order to create the balance within the relationship, or even the roles that you must play within yourself, being that, the time to be the inner child, the time to be the shadow self, the time to be the higher self, and the time to just be you, right? You've done a very great job at being brutally honest with yourself, and then figuring the places that needed balance and then bringing those into alignment for yourself. So great job there, Scorpio. This is also showing that you are in excellent health. You have been doing amazing at healing, because the Major Arcana number 6 is also attributed to the Archangel Raphael. Excuse me. There's this notion of healing that is attributed to this Major Arcana. So we can see this awesome reference of mind and heart really coming together, right? Like I was saying, this wonderful balance, the balance of divine feminine and divine masculine. So there's also this urgence to really find wholeness and harmony within yourself, within your consciousness, your subconscious, and as well as your spiritual natures, right? I'm also hearing that it's important, you're really being prodded to really look at the way that you are loving yourself, right? The way that you're feeding your emotional and intellectual needs within yourself. I'm feeling this huge tickle in my throat, so I can't help but relay this as a message also, Scorpio. Speak your truth. Most importantly, this is how you're going to be able to really come to find the truth in your situation. And again, going back to those heavy decisions, this is how you are going to know you have made the correct selection, by being brutally honest with yourself and your values, like honing into the throat chakra more specifically. What is within the throat chakra? The throat chakra is about self-expression. It's about honesty. It's about honoring our values, our ethics. It's about upholding our own justice. It's about honoring not just our values, but those ethics and the way that we hold ourselves and the way that we express ourselves in the world, our creative self-expression. So how have you been bringing those creative endeavors to life, and how have you been allowing them to take up space in the world? And it's important that you really prod within all of those notions for yourself, and that's how you're going to know you are coming to make the absolute correct selection. But just know already, because of the fact that this card has come up right, you are making the correct selection. And it's important that you really step in that direction with absolute trust in yourself, right? Know that you are in communication with your angels, you're in communication with your higher self. Get quiet and listen to yourself, most importantly, and then express, and communicate your needs, right? Whatever it is that you're needing from your angels and your angelic and your spiritual team, please ask. Don't be afraid to ask. Don't feel like your ask is too big. There's no such thing as a too big of an ask. Your angels are ready and they're there to support you and guide you. So it's important that you ask, Scorpio, right? You received the oracle card. A personal issue reaches resolution, right? So this is also showing you that things that have recently happened, know they're happening for your highest good. If you need to meditate to soothe out those heightened emotions or the trigger reactions, right? Don't fall into the trigger reactions as well. Do your best to stay as centered as possible. You were doing a lot of work on yourself, and you've done a lot of work to attain that balance, especially within the divine and masculine energies, right? And if you're wanting to know more about this work of the divine and masculine energies, the divine masculine and the divine feminine energies, it's important that you actually do a little bit of research on these two notions, these two subjects, because you're probably going to come to find a lot of answers that you've been seeking. And again, it's going to help you really anchor in your truth. Truth should be your identity, Scorpio, which it is. Wear your truth like it's your honor badge. Sagittarius, my lovely, expansive star sign, Sagittarius. Hello, my creative, expressive, lovely. This divine message for you is going to be a good one, and I can feel it already. Just starting off with this major arcana. Number 16 is known as the Tower card. In my lovely deck, it's called the Wild Hunt card. I know when we hear stuff all about the Tower card, usually comes to mind as like crisis in a sense, things falling apart. However, I really want you to hone into the notion of things falling into place, Sagittarius, because that's what this Tower card is talking about for you, my star sign. An awakening has occurred for you, and the truth has now surfaced, right? Now, for some of my Sagittarians, when this card pops up, it's showing that that there could be some difficulty to be faced, right? There might be something difficult that is really being thrown in your face in some way, right? Like I was saying, that truth surfaced, right? So, the truth cannot be hidden for long. So this is the time that you must be very honest with yourself, right? And when this is popping up, this truth can even sometimes come as a shock for some of you, because it kind of might come out of the blue, right? However, any sort of selfish and manipulative tendencies will be exposed. Any lies or deception will be noticed and seen, and a situation will be seen for what it truly is. So if you aren't seeing that already, know that this is already what's happening, what's occurring right now in your reality, right? This external, out of your control, we'll call it curveball being thrown at you, in a sense that is just throwing all the pieces into place. know that it's divinely put there for a reason, because now it's causing you to do that internal prodding. And it sounds like really being harshly truthful with yourself. And for those who have been doing that internal prodding already, this truth might just come as a breath of fresh air for you. You have finally attained whatever it is that you've been seeking, right? Whatever reality that you have been seeing that's really been almost hidden from everybody else. It's kind of like the elephant in the room. Now everybody is starting to notice and look at it, is what I am hearing, right? So for some, it may be an absolute breath of fresh air. For others, it may be kind of a slap in the face or just a jolt out of the blue. This can be a very positive card for you though, because if you desire fuller self-knowledge, this circumstance is going to bring revelations toward about motivation and the character that you are, right? It's a very enlightening notion for you. So this is a very positive card because it's talking about some sort of awakening that is really bringing about your truth more specifically, right? It's important that you pay attention to your daily routines. What in your life has been sticking out like a sore thumb for you to pay attention to and for you to rearrange in some way? This is showing that this experience, this awakening, is causing some sort of altered state. You're starting to see things from a completely different lens. And I want you to know, the deeper you look through that lens, the more you hone into this lens, the further into your truth and the more you anchor in your truth, more specifically, is what I'm hearing for you. It's important as well that although you are feeling very pushed almost to the edge with this awakening, this truth surfacing, right? It's also showing that this is purposely happening to get you out of your comfort zone more specifically, okay? Get you out of your comfort zone so you can really show yourself what you are made of. And you are oh so strong, oh so creative, and oh so capable of doing what it is that you are wanting to do more specifically, okay? You're headed for something which might feel like your destiny, and you're right. You are so right on that path. It's not necessarily about just getting over this fear. However, there is this need to face it. There's this need to learn to cope through it, right? So if there is some work that you feel you need to do, it's important that you do it. And if you feel that you need some assistance, it's important that you also take that steps to find those who are going to, who would be able to help you, who are in a position to assist you when it comes to learning how to cope through that fear, right? Oh, there's this awesome notion of standing on your feet from this huge awakening, right? But it's important that star sign, you got this, Sagittarius. You are so expansive. You can literally you can turn nothing into something, because that is part of your personal power more specifically. So I want you to really focus on that. Okay, and ways that you are just going to get through this, because you will. You got this. I hope you receive this message well, Sag. Capricorn, you are up next. My hardworking leader of the entire Zodiac, Capricorn. Hello, Big Cap energy. I am talking to you. You received the major arcana number 21, which is known as the World card. In my lovely deck, this is known as the World Tree. So when this card pops up, again, it's showing that all year you have gone through so many different trials and tribulations. You have overcome and also proven to yourself
literally what you can do when you set your mind to it. Every single step of the way, you have been there doing exactly what you do, persevering through for yourself, most importantly. So it's important that you recognize the way that you have set yourself up this 2020 more specifically. You have done an astonishing job, Capricorn. The World card is saying to you that in this last year, through all these trials and tribulations, you have really attained this sense of responsibility. And not just responsibility, but your legacy and what you want to leave here, more specifically. It's this notion of a realization of your plans, right? What is your bigger picture, Capricorn? And you've really been putting that into perspective over the last year specifically, right? So whenever we see this World card pop up in a reading, it literally can assure triumph and prosperity in any endeavor. So I want you to know that you have some very beautiful, pristine opportunities as well coming to you for 2021. There is this sense of accomplishment coupled with the acceptance of your responsibility and what you need to do in order to follow through with those plans more specifically, right? There's also this notion of mastery. You've really felt like you've mastered your niche. You've mastered your industry. You've mastered yourself and your legacy in some way. And this is also where this awareness and realization has really come forth, right? This is where this has come from. Again, going back to all those trials and tribulations, you know, those things that you really persevered through, but they really showed you, right? And there's also this notion of self-acceptance of both your personality assets and your flaws that has created some beautiful and new self-respect for yourself that has also allowed you to attain reverence and peace toward all living creatures. And almost this notion to really attain all you can from every life experience. So that is really huge for yourself, Capricorn. And I'm really feeling this urge to tell you, like, continue celebrating yourself, continue showing up for yourself in ways that you never knew you were allowed to do. And you're doing amazing at that, Capricorn. I am also hearing that you have also achieved this notion of material and familial happiness through your own self-expression. So bravo. That is another reason why this card is coming to you. So, and becoming aware of all of these parts and celebrating and expressing that gratitude more specifically, you are going to receive even more of this for 2021. So expect big things, like the world is in your hands, Capricorn. And also I want to share, regardless of what's going on in the world, when we see the world tree pop up or the world card pop up, it also shows that we've set ourselves up to attract some opportunities to travel the world more specifically, you know, and whether that be traveling the world through your mind, through art, through expression in some form, or literally traveling the world, it's also important that you create that space as well and set those intentions. So if you've had this urge and you feel like, oh, there's no use because of the current world events, it's important that you not feed into that voice. And I know you know the tools that you need in order to just attain what it is that you're wanting. And in this case, it would be more so taking that trip, booking that vacation, right? Or just working remotely somewhere that is more in your somewhere that's more you, more to your soul, more soulful and more feeding your soul in that way. So great job. You also have the Oracle card of communication is key, right? So this is also telling you it's good that you I'm hearing that you've really been in the notion of expressing yourself and telling people how you feel and expressing your gratitude for them and all the parts that they play in your life. And that's really, really good, Capricorn. And if you haven't and you feel like you need to, please listen to that voice, because that is going to be that's going to be very beneficial for you. You're going to allow yourself to grow emotionally and allow yourself to connect to your soul, most importantly. This is also same for you too. I'm hearing it's important that you really prioritize the people that you love most, right? Prioritize these people, write a list of them, like just so you could see more of a clear picture. And again, this whole notion of communication is key. Don't be afraid to ask or to have those heart-to-heart conversations or to feel, because I know feeling is something that might be not your forte just yet, and now you really recognize your forte, so why would you do anything that is not within your forte? But I mean, you're Capricorn, you will persevere. So I also have a feeling that you actually will go towards that, and that's also why this card's coming up for you, because it's saying it's safe for you to feel those feelings, have those heart-to-heart conversations, and really express yourself in a way maybe you haven't before. So great on you, Capricorn. I'm excited for you and all you have coming for you in 2021. Thank you. Aquarius, you are up next. Aquarius, you actually had two major arcana cards pop out as I was shuffling the deck for you. And the fact that you received two major arcanas shows me that you have gone through so much transformation over this last year. There has been so many external circumstances that has caused you to just keep picking up the pieces and finding the way forward. Keep picking up the pieces and finding the way forward, to the point where it's become like a dance for you now. And you're actually amazing at doing it. You've really proven to yourself just what you are made of through all of those experiences, all those doors that were shut, or even the sense of like maybe these mini failures or these experiences that you have maybe thought were failures, but they weren't. It was just a redirection of showing you there's something better, there's something better, there's something better. And I know you haven't seen it just yet. However, this is really setting you up for 2021 more specifically. And that's why these two cards are coming to you. So the first card that popped out here is the Hierophant, number 5 in the major arcana in the tarot. So number 5 is a number actually of transformation, spiritual transformation of some sort. So you have undergone some sort of transformation. However, when you receive this card upright, it's showing that it was actually a very conservative approach, right? It's showing that you have been almost forced, or I don't want to use the word forced. You have been lightly guided to do things more from the standard method, right? So, you have had to do something that is more so, something that's more so orthodox, right? Even when it comes to relationships, really just playing those classic roles of, for example, like husband and wife, right? Father to son or mother to daughter, right? Like mother to child, father to child. This is also talking about you really setting yourself up in a way that is really prodding into more of your spiritual nature. This is showing that you have been doing a lot of intuitive inner self-guiding, right? With all of these experiences that have been coming your way. And you have really realized and become aware on how you influence your situation. It's important that you listen to your inner self or your own spiritual counsel and follow the wisdom that is given through there. It's very important. This can also pop up as a spiritual teacher or some kind of some person who has almost like an educator type, who is able to help you pursue yourself in some way, who has been able to mentor you or coach you in the direction that you were really needing to go, more specifically Aquarius. And then you have this notion of the number 10. So double that 5, you get the 10 for the Wheel of Fortune, right? In my lovely tarot deck, it's called the Wheel of the Year card. However, when you get the Wheel of Fortune upright, it is also a very auspicious card. This actually talks about rewards and opportunities. So you are now feeling this amazing supportive nature from this card. It's almost like feeling this reward cycle. It's a very fortunate notion that is coming to you. There's a lot of fortunate opportunities that are landing on your lap. You know, you have come to some very favorable circumstances, okay? And any change that is occurring right now, just know that the change is occurring for the better. It's providing more expansive growth for you and possibly a new direction. Okay, so know that whatever turn of events, it is advantageous for you. Okay, it's important that you do set that groundwork for success, and make sure that the groundwork that you're setting, you know, use that the notions from the Hierophant, the High Priest, where, you know, bring in that masculine energy and do things more from a standard method, right? So, you know, of course, use your divine creativity. However, there's some structure that needs to be laid out in order for you to attain that success more specifically, right? And then you received this confidence is your key to success. New moon in Leo. So it's also saying like shine your light, have fun with it, right? Lighten your load by having fun with this more specifically. It's time for you to show the world what you've got more specifically, okay? And not only that, like when you think of Leo, they're very prideful, they're very leadership, like they show up, they are okay in the limelight. In fact, they rule the limelight. So this is asking you to step up in this way for yourself, okay? And that is your way forward. You want those rewards and opportunities? Well, you need to put yourself out there and have the confidence that you are going to receive that success and attain those rewards and opportunities, okay? You're going to receive those blessings. Absolutely, Aquarius. You've been doing an amazing job this last year. Great on you. So keep up that work in that notion, and you're going to reach your success. I hope you found these messages well, Aquarius. Wishing you so much wealth in the future for 2021 for you. Thank you. Pisces, hello and welcome, my dreamy, watery, free-spirited, and loving Pisces. Welcome to your reading. So you received the Six of Wands in the minor arcana of the tarot. And the Six of Wands is such a great card to receive because this is actually showing that within this last year, Pisces, you have attained some new level of, it's this new level of, what's the word that I'm looking for here? This new skill level that you've received. It's this new level that people are seeing you on, right? You might not see yourself there just yet, Pisces, but other people are witnessing and seeing you on this higher level, this higher ground, right? Like when I look at this card, the Six of Wands, you know, you see this person riding in on a beautiful white horse. So I can't help but hear this saying of like riding in on you're coming in on your high horse, you know, and you've totally earned this high horse. In fact, other people have kind of put you on this high horse, Pisces. You've been put on this pedestal because you have been recognized as best qualified for what you are now currently doing, more specifically. So great on you. Any competition, you've literally overcome it, right? Leading to the victory of this Six of Wands. When we hone into the number 6, like the numerology of number 6, 6 is the number of career, family, education, domesticity, our home life. So there's this notion of service that really comes out from the vibrations of 6. And then the notions of wands is in the element of fire. Fire is all about taking action. It's like that go-getter. It's like ambition, passion, right? So you see this service mixed with passion, and you get this lovely recipe for a triumphant victory. Like you are now better qualified than anybody else in your circle, so to say, Pisces. And great job, I must say. You are really reaping the results of your own persistence and also this newfound popularity that you seem to have discovered. Who knew you were so popular? But you absolutely are, because people are finally seeing, not finally, it's not that people are finally seeing, it's you decided to put yourself out there in a different way. You decided to dive deep into some different waters, and other people are really enchanted by this, and they love that about you. They not only love that about you, they actually put you on this pedestal, and they are in awe. Like they want to know how you do this. Like you've really stepped into this position of being a leader for yourself. You've successfully won out over anybody else, and it's just literally by being you. Absolutely. You've been singled out as better, almost like more superior in a sense, and you've totally earned it, Pisces, with all the delving that you've been doing, how you've been learning and educating yourself, and where you have been just finding that inner knowledge and accessing that inner wisdom for yourself. Everyone has been watching you do that, and you've been doing it and sharing it in a different way. So good on you. You've done those steps necessary for yourself. And then you receive this lovely message of don't let your past hold you back, right? And this is also coming to you because it's saying that release the past, forgive the past, let it all go. Use the energies from that solar eclipse, whatever really came up for you, Pisces, during that solar eclipse, whatever heavy was weighing on you during that solar eclipse time, right? Do your best to find the forgiveness in that and completely release it, or surrender it to the divine, surrender it to source, right? There is some sort of karma that's being played out perhaps from across many lifetimes, and this is actually good karma coming to you right now. There's this notion too that's showing you all of the parts of yourself that you can better explore, or sorry, that not that you're better exploring, but all the parts of yourself that you have been further exploring and deepening that connection within yourself, right? You're really finding your past lives within this delving and deepening of connection within yourself, right? Even when, like, this card talks about South Node, and when we look at the South Node, it shows that this is the place, like astrologically, of a karmic point. It's a very, very karmic point, right? It's the point of karma in astrology. So this is showing you all the good karma that you've had. And I know you're like, this is too easy. How can this really be? Well, love, this is just you, and this is all your great karma that you've accumulated over your past lives really coming through. However, you have the opportunity to do something different with this. So I am also hearing this lovely permission that is saying to you to take this success and triumph with it. Keep it going. Keep that momentum going into 2021. And you are really setting down some very successful foundations for yourself, especially for the next 10 years, I'm hearing more specifically. There's a lot that's going to be shifting for you, and it's very beneficial. Like I said, there's this notion of receiving good karma. So please, know if you do what you've always done, you'll always get what you've always got. So if you want something different, then it's time to put all these practices, just believe, put everything that you've been doing into play and watch yourself do something completely different, and know that you are fully capable. You fully deserve all of it, Pisces, 100%. Whatever it is that you desire, it is attainable, and you 1000% deserve to attain that for yourself. You are being given permission. Okay, I know it seems like it's coming easy, but this is lifetimes and lifetimes of mastery. So you need to bring that forth for yourself and allow yourself to create some beautiful abundance, especially with 2021 coming. this is where you're really going to lay out that abundance and really bring it into a physical manifested form for you in one way or another. Okay, so great job, Pisces. You have some wonderful planning to do for this 2021. So I hope you received your message well. Thank you. And there you have it, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. That is a wrap on your 2020 December new moon and solar eclipse tarot and oracle card reading for the 12 zodiac signs. Again, thank you so much for tuning in, and don't forget to hit like and subscribe for future readings. You can also go ahead and follow me on Instagram at Cosmic Bella Oracle, or you can follow me on Facebook at Cosmic Bella Wellness. And please feel free, tune into the Facebook. I will be starting a Facebook group that will be specifically offering online offerings for full moon and new moon. So for lunar ceremony, basically, is what this group will be offering. So look out for that on the Facebook page, and I will see you all for the new year 2021. Happy manifesting, lovelies. Wishing you so many juicy, bountiful, and abundant blessings coming your way. So excited for everything each and every one of us are creating and how we're stepping into our highest selves and really truly living our absolute best lives. I will see you guys in 2021.